Cowboys, baby.
Hey. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming to you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, I said Mo, M-O news that you can use. And here we are tonight on What's Up Wednesday. Let's give it up. Yeah. So, hey, man, we want to thank everybody for being a part of this channel tonight. And we want to thank everybody for showing up tonight because I hope everybody enjoyed their turkey day. I know I gained about 10 pounds. I don't know about y'all, but I've been putting in some extra steps. Woo!
I was at the gym, Gary. I was at the gym today, and I felt that. I felt the stuffing and the, and everything. All the cornbread that I kept eating, and I said, you know what? I gotta stop here, man.
Hey, I was short of breath and everything. I'm like, dang, I can't breathe. Yeah, man. So what's going on? Let me do my formal introduction. Right next to me is Allow Me to Buddy and Roo. And right below him is our guy, 21 Amondo 21. And last but not least is Dallas Cowboy Chris, aka Big Fella. Let's say what's up. Yeah. So, man, my kids was asking me, well, Daddy, can you bring a bag of ice to the function? I said, baby, listen, I done brought so many bags of ice. All I'm bringing is an appetite. And that's exactly what I did. I brought an appetite. I got 3 boys and 3 girls. Somebody better bring some ice.
I've been bringing ice for the past how many years? So somebody else bring ice this time.
Yeah, man. So, with that being said, man, I hope everybody. Rue, yours pretty good. You went out of town, right?
Hell yeah, man. I went down to the valley, hung out, bro. I love it down there. Mexico's the shit. It is what it is. I love it down there, bro.
That's what. Big fella.
You got in the valley.
What you got going on? Hey, how was your turkey day, brother?
Man, it was quite wonderful. Spent most of the day with the Can fan, the UK Cowboys, and Dez Bryant, hanging out there at Dez's tailgate, and then went to the family thing, and man, it was off the chain too.
That's what's up. All right, we got Robert.
Hey, I'm just telling you right now, the big fella being modest, he had himself a hell of a time this fucking week, man. You need to tell him about this week, bro, because you being super modest about this week right now. You had a crazy ass week. Tell him, bro.
Let me just tell y'all, I was at work and I was really hating the big fella. And I was really hating the big fella like that. Right? If you guys know me, I love the big fella, but that day I was like, God.
Nah, bro, you gotta tell him about. You gotta tell him about You had the weekend.
Yeah, we got to build us a man cave, man. That's what we got to do. We got to build us a man cave,
right?
Hey, man, they free to everybody. You just get a room and start decorating. That's what you do.
That's right. You show right about that, man. But that's what's up, man. I'm glad everybody enjoyed their holiday, man, and everybody made it safe, man. We got to give a big shout out to everybody. We want to give a big shout out to all the subscribers and all those that follow us on the Cowboy Huddle, where we come together in the huddle and talk Cowboy talk. And also, with that being said, guys, y'all know I got to give this. I got to show much love to the ones that follow us as far as our groups as well. Big thank you to the Cowboys on deck. The Cowboy Fan 365, We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queen of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboys Fan Zone 24/7 Guadalajara, and Hard Hitters Lifestyle. And we also got to say One Star, One Family. We got to say what's up to our international groups out there. And, man, we just want to give a big shout out to all you guys for supporting us. That's Mikey's new job, and he's not here to do that. That's crazy. Oh yeah, you got the One Star, One Family. Hey man, you had a good little deal too. You got with DJ Kai, right?
DJ Kai stopped by the EPT, man, said what's up, and
man,
they was headed back home
from they drove back to Cali.
Yeah, they do it all the time. They do it all the time.
That's wild, bro. That's a long drive.
And they went around because they still went to San Antonio, and then they came this
they hit the Texas Triangle. They hit DFW, they hit San Antonio, they hit El Paso, and on their way back to Cali. So
that's full time for him, huh? That's what he do. Like
Hey,
he
when he
does that.
retired, you retired. You can do it.
I guess you're right.
bro.
He
He's
retired. I didn't know he was retired. That's wild.
Well, I gotta say, man, I'm truly honored to be able to hang around celebrities like I hang around celebrities, man. One day when I grow up, I'm gonna be like these guys that I'm hanging out with tonight, man. So, boy, look at here. I'll tell you, it don't get no better than this. So, hey, man, when y'all get up there, way up there, don't forget about the little guy, okay? But let's give it up for everybody on the panel tonight.
So, hey, it's funny. Hey, y'all hear the Godfather talk about don't forget about him. Hell, he
Don't
started
forget
this
about me,
gangster
man.
shit.
I'm trying to.
He started this gangster shit, and then he talking, don't forget about it.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. God. All right, so we got some folks in here tonight, man. I got Robert said, "What's good, family? Puro Pinche Cowboys." Let's give it up for Robert, because I'll be holding it down for it, baby. Woo! Then we
Robert stay. You know where Robert stay? Robert stay in South Padre Island.
Yeah, I heard about
Dang,
that.
that's
Yeah, I think
wild.
you mentioned that before.
Shout out Robert, man. He said visit him, man. He said if we ever down there, say what's up to Robert, man. Shout out.
You know, I was just down in Port Aransas a year ago, man. So that's not far from it. I wish we would have known then. Cause we sure could have swung through there, man. We got Felicia Colley. She said, "Good evening, Cowboy Huddle." Give it up for our administrator. All right, and then we got the guy that always come through for us. I got Larry G.
Larry, what's up, Larry?
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So we got everybody's in here tonight, man. I'm going to get to all you guys. Henry here got a bunch of gang of comments, so we're gonna get to him in a minute. But we're gonna
we see you, Henry.
We're not gonna forget about Henry here, because I see a bunch of comments he got
see
there.
you, Henry.
So, guys, with that was being said, guys, we got to get right on into what everybody's been talking about, and I'm sure y'all are aware of what's going on. And before I get started, you know what I got to say? Let's get ready to huddle. All right. So, guys, we are 24 hours away from game time, from kickoff. So we're getting ready to rumble in the jungle on tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, I know you guys have heard of this, and I want you guys' opinion on this about Shaquille O'Neal. Not Shaquille O'Neal, but
Shaq O'Neal.
Shaquille Leonard.
G just showed his age a little bit there. Right? He showed his age a little on that one. That was just nasty.
Damn, it's hell getting old, brother. I'm telling you. Yeah. So basically what happened, man, it was just told that free agent linebacker Shaquille Leonard completed his visit with the Cowboys on Tuesday and is headed to Philadelphia for a visit with the Eagles on Wednesday per multiple reports. So Leonard, though, wants to check out his options before deciding on a new team. The interest from the top two teams in the NFC East also gives Leonard cap leverage in negotiations. So with that being said, fellas, where we going with this? Somebody, Rue, let's start with you. Where we going with this? I mean, do we have a chance at this or what?
Absolutely, we have a chance at this. I mean, we have cap space. It's not like we don't have some money to spend or throw around. And the fact of the matter is, man, I don't want to see Philly get another damn player. They're always picking somebody up. They're always getting somebody. And it's like, bro, they're going to beat you to another man. And it's like, you know what? If there was somewhere on this defense that you wanted to shore up, that linebacker spot is definitely one of them. But I will say this. Marquise Bell has stepped up, showed up, and showed out coming from that safety spot. I feel good about my linebacking core. I'm not in a situation where it's like I'm desperate to have him. I would love to have him, and I absolutely believe he would improve this defense. But guys have stepped up. Oso Digizua on the inside on the D-line. Marquise Bell stepping up and playing linebacker. Micah Parsons is all over the damn field. I feel better about the linebacking room than I did about it at the beginning of the season, especially when Overshown went down. Do I want Shaquille Leonard on this team? Yes. Do I want him to end up on the Eagles? Absolutely not. No. I cannot have this man just go over to the damn Eagles and the Eagles how are these guys able to just keep buying everybody? Can somebody explain that to me? This is why I be telling y'all, man, the cap is a lie. The cap is not real. I swear. Like, how is it even possible? But
no, I mean, it makes you wonder, man. I mean, Some people just take risks. So 21 on my no. How you feeling about this, Shaq? Coming in and then we know it's business. We know it's business. We know what he's doing, but
I'm with I'm with Rue, G. I'm with Rue as far as I would love to have him, but I'm good with what we have right now. Right?
Right.
Obviously, who wouldn't want to ramp up our already stout defense, but let me, one thing that I think that I was looking at a lot is why was everybody bringing up his medicals is what I want to know. Was there something wrong with his medicals that people wanted to look at? I know he's already older, so
Yeah.
so that's one thing we have to look into. But I'm with Rule. If we get him, I'm ecstatic about it because obviously it ramps up what defense we already have. And if we don't get him, I'm good with what we have, but I just hope he doesn't go to those hated Eagles, man.
Well, I mean, it's like, either you go to the 6A school or you can go to the 3A school. I mean, you compare apples to oranges. I mean, you look at our setup and look at the Eagles setup. I mean, come on, man. I mean,
Yep.
it depends. I mean, it depends but what you were saying about the injury, I think he had an issue with his back.
With his back, right?
Yeah, I think he had an issue with his back, so I think that's where they're a little concerned. So, big fella, what are you thinking about this situation we got with Shaq?
Man, I was really hoping that the Cowboys wouldn't let him out the building once he got here. I because it is that possibility that he can sign with Philadelphia, and of course, like Ruth said, that would absolutely kill me because that is the area of improvement. I mean, if we can just really lock down that linebacker position with Shaq, man, at the beginning of the season, man, we were begging for a linebacker, and then you got somebody who released one of the top 5 linebackers in the league, and you let him get out the building. It was frustrating to me, but all I'm gonna do is just be patient. Hopefully, Shaq makes the right decision and decide blue looks better than booger green, and he come down here and play some damn ball where our defense is elite. I think our defense is better than Philadelphia. And adding him to that defense is going to make it even rawer,
Yeah.
because you can rotate him and Clark and Bell and you won't miss a step. Okay.
Exactly.
But then you also improve that veteran leadership at that linebacker position because he is a seek and destroy linebacker. He's not a flow linebacker. He's not a chase linebacker. He is a seek and destroy. I'm coming to take your mama's lunch money and want you to do something about it. That's what I love about the cat. So I just wish they wouldn't have never let him get out the building. Hopefully he decide on that silver and blue than that booger green.
Yes, sir.
And they said that he more than likely would make his decision by this weekend, And I just hope that's the case, that if we do bring him in here, we are.
I think right before we came on live, there had been a report that he's leaning towards the Cowboys right now. It was reported by what's his, I don't know how to say his last name, but they call him Baldy.
Okay, Baldinger, Baldinger,
Baldinger.
So, big fella, it's like let me. I know you and I can relate to this. It's like you have an opportunity to go to Northwest High School or Poly High School. He know what I'm talking about. Big fella know what I'm talking about. And which one?
Look, big fella, right away. He
Big
do.
fella, which one would you choose? I mean,
Hey man, that's unfair to me, man, because I had a bunch of cousins with the Poly. Hey man, I got love for Poly in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I know what you're saying. Yeah, if you got to go to the top of the line, of course I'm gonna choose the Northwest High School over what they used to call in the hood sorry Poly, and hey man, it was rough on them Poly parents, man. I'm telling you, especially your nickname is Parrots, so it was a problem, and the colors is orange and black, so it was just messed up. Anyway,
it's horrific.
But G, you was wrong. You was wrong for that, G. You didn't have to compare Poly. You could you could have said Castleberry or Brewer. You ain't had to go to the hood.
Put them on the, I mean, the parrots. It matches up, Chris.
Rue, did you hear that? Polly parrots.
It matches, man. They a bunch of chickens vicious. Anyway.
You're wrong for that, G. You're wrong for that. That's
sorry,
a cool word thing, y'all. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's
thing.
I'm about to say, you got to tell these people what the hell y'all are talking about on the cool, man.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna know anything. They'll be like, well, what?
Again, it's the benefits. I mean, one is more
wrong, G.
Scale than the other.
Let it go.
It's time for Polly to renovate. Okay, let's just say that it is. I don't care what nobody
says. Right there.
But anyway, so yeah, guys, that's hopefully that's what we get. Hopefully we get this guy Shaq, and he decides, man, I'm going on the Cowboys because I'm sure we can make room for him, and it'll be great. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a part of this? Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this here? Okay, let's give it up for Deron Bland. Guys, we hadn't had a chance to talk about this guy, but let's just read what has taken place with Deron Bland on Thanksgiving, man, and it's incredible for this kid to be where he is. So it's been reported Cowboys defensive back Deron Bland etches his name in the NFL history books after tallying his record-breaking fifth pick six of the NFL season in Week 12 against the Commodores. Now I'm gonna say the Commanders.
G is on fire today, man. He on everybody today, man. He roasting everybody.
They getting it today. They gonna get it today.
And before we talk about that, guys, because I gotta lead y'all up to this because you know me, man. You already know me.
Do you have a video?
Let's give it up. Let's give it up for the video. Let's give it up for the video.
You got a video.
All right. We got a video, and my whole screen is tripping. Can y'all see me? My screen just tripped out. Can y'all see me?
We can see
you, but you're like
kind of lagging.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
Whoa, am I lagging? What the crap just happened, bro? All right, y'all go ahead and talk about Deron Bland. I'm lagging. Go ahead, talk.
We hear you. Here's the video.
Okay. Man,
we got the video.
There's a video. I'm totally lagging. I'm scared to show the video, man, because I'm lagging. So we won't show the video. We're not going to do that because I'm lagging too hard, and I know the video is going to lag. So, guys, I'm not going to be able to do video. I'm lagging for whatever reason. Can you guys see me?
Not now. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
we're back.
So we're not going to do the video because I'm lagging for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm lagging. It's and I'm supposed to be hard drived on here. I don't know why the crap. Hey, yo, that wasn't supposed to say that. Wasn't supposed to say that. Anyway, I'm sorry. And somebody's at the door. Let me let him in. God dang it. All right. There he is. There he's back.
That McDonald's Wi-Fi, I tell you.
Hey, man, I think I'm about to reboot, but I can't do it tonight.
I got to stop sharing the Wi-Fi, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, big fella, let's get into this, man. Witnessing something like that, what did you think, man?
Well, G, when it happened, of course, the game was already over. It was toward the end of the game. And, it was just going through formalities, after that. But this is the only time this season I literally jumped off the couch and was cheering. I was like Dak Prescott. I was running with him down the sideline, just hoping that he would get in the end zone, man. Because when you have the ability to see and watch history, it's nothing like it. It's kind of like when we watch the Rangers make history to win the World Series. It is special. We'll never forget it. And you'll never forget where you were when you saw number 26 running down that damn sideline to break an NFL record. And I'm like, hey, would you ever imagine our 5th round pick being a NFL record holder? Okay. Did you ever imagine when Diggs went down that he was going to be almost a leading candidate for defensive player of the year? Would you think all this, all of a sudden you see Deron Bland jerseys all over the internet? Okay. All of a sudden you couldn't even buy one. They everywhere just because the man did his job and is doing his job. And my question for y'all is it Bland Island? Do we got an island now? Do we? I want to know because hey, I don't think too many people want to visit that joint.
Oh my gosh, what you think, 21?
Man, just watching that play at work, and I was literally standing under this big screen, and I'm just like by myself too, so it was just all soaking it in, and I was just like, I was jumping up and down, like waving my arms, like let's go, and so if you guys heard Deron Bland, man, I guess he played wide receiver, right, in high school.
There you go. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, he did.
I love that. I love how he talked, and he said his instincts, his wide receiver instincts took over, and because he had to, it wasn't a straight shot. He had to juke. He had a nice little juke.
Yeah,
made that cut, and man, history was made, man. And just like the big fella said, who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? All those things, all those scenarios that happened, and that we would have, NFL history maker, coming up.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful moment. Rue, I mean, you witnessed history, brother. I mean, how did it make you feel, man?
It's just amazing to see him step up after Trayvon went down. Because when Trayvon went down, man, it was devastating for me because he's like one of my favorite players on the team. And it's just knowing how crucial he is to that side of the field and making sure that, he holds his side down. And he showed it to you last year. He was nobody wanted to throw on his side. And then it's like you lose him. And it's like, now we got this guy, second-year player, 5th round pick, like Chris said. And, now you got to start. Now it's on you now. And for him to do this and the way he did it, because like Armando was talking about, man, he had to fight for that touchdown. That was not like easy. He had to spin out. I mean, you thought he was going down at the 10 and he still managed to get in. He was getting in no matter what. In his mind, I'm sure that it was just like it's end zone or bust. Like I'm going to lay out and I'm gonna make it in down here and get this record. And honestly, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he does it 3 games in a row because they're gonna bring the pressure on Geno Smith tomorrow, and there's a good chance that he's gonna lob one up and it's gonna be to the house yet again for the 3rd game in a row.
It's possible. It's possible. And that type of pressure, man, will make quarterback do some crazy things, man. And and we're while we're talking about quarterbacks, man, let's talk about this here, man. I mean, this is what's going on, man. I mean, people don't want to bring it up, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's talk about Dak Prescott's ratings. I mean, damn, I'm still lagging for whatever reason, guys.
We can hear you though.
We can hear you though.
You're coming in.
Your video is lagging, but we can still hear you.
Okay, so basically, man, it's crazy. Okay, well, anyway, so I'm having problems, guys. I'm having problems. So anyway, let me find it, guys. Y'all keep hanging there with me because my videos are definitely lagging tonight. But anyway, so they got him ranked 2nd. We know that Dak is ranked 2nd right now, man. And as far as his ratings, and yeah, I mean that's great where he is. But I'm trying to find this it will not pull up. But okay, so here we go. So it's been told by Bill Barnwell. Hey man, this is not Sports Center, okay? This is the Cowboy Huddle where anything may happen and we're gonna get right through it, okay? So it is what it is. So according to Bill Barnwell, Dak Prescott has an 80.7 QBR, and this has been since week 6. Nobody else is over 68. Okay? He's been comfortably the best quarterback in football for half a season now. So why are we not hearing this? I mean, we talk about everything else, but we're not talking about what's going on with Dak. I mean, big fella, what? I mean, why is nobody talking about this?
Well, they starting to. That's because of a lot of things. Foxworthy said it a couple week ago on ESPN. Then Aaron Rodgers says it on the Pat McAfee show. A lot of people are beginning to give Dak his props, but a few people, and that's just because they're just plain hate. There's nothing else, no two words about it. I mean, but it's simple. The dude has been playing excellent football since San Francisco. Okay. And whether you like Dak or you don't, if you're one of those Cowboy fans who's still on the fence or the Cowboy fan who hate him, you need to go on and get back on this bandwagon, because me and Rue been telling y'all for the last 2 years about Dak Prescott. Even me went on a rant against him, and when they played against San Francisco, that's because he had hyped me up, said he's pissed off and he's going to do something about it and lay the egg. But ever since then, he's been talking real stuff, and he's been playing real ball. Dak has started running the ball. He started just being confident by throwing the ball downfield. That pass down the seam to the tight end the other day was a thing of beauty. I mean,
Yes,
when I say it was probably one of the perfect pass Dak ever made. But people always got this stigma on Dak that he's a dink and dunk plan. I think it was more or less our offensive coordinator making him do these check downs and everything like that. I think Dak is now comfortable in the offense. Remember when Tony Romo said everything slowed down for him and he could see everything? He saw the blitz before it came. I think Dak is at that point now. You got to remember, Dak is almost 30 years old. He's been in the league for 7, 8 years now. It's time for him to get that matrix where he turn into Neil. He see things slower, okay? So he's making it happen. And I don't want to hear that shit about, hey, we ain't played nobody. Man, these are NFL teams. And a couple of those NFL teams that we beat was so-called best defenses in the league, and he kicked their ass. So I don't want to hear that either. So, look, I'm a Dak Prescott fan. I appreciate what Dak is doing. If you're a Cowboy fan that don't like it, man, please choose another team, because you can't do one or the other. You can't love your team but hate your quarterback. That ain't supporting him. So I'm with him 100%. And Dak, you just keep balling, bro.
Real talk. Give it up. That's real talk. Yes, sir. 21. I mean, this is your quarterback, man. This is your quarterback, man. This is your quarterback.
Dak is playing ball right now. Dak is playing ball. There's the big argument, like Mikey brought up, of our schedule. But then we go back to what the big fella says. These are NFL players playing. They get paid to do what he gets paid to do, which is play the sport of football. And he's just better at doing what he does. This man is reading the defenses right now. He's at a point where we're seeing him. This guy is, I think, what is he, the most tenured quarterback in the NFL right now? Who else besides him? Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. So this man is, he's one of the vets right now, and he's showing it, with his play right now, and it's just it's good to know that this man is our quarterback.
Yeah, man. That's so true, man. I mean, it's just to see him evolve like he's evolving again. Even if they want to call these scrimmages, if they want to call these games practices, you know what? All that does is build chemistry with our team, our offense. So you call it what you want to, but we're going to take it. No one said that about Philadelphia and their weak ass schedule on last year.
Yep.
Nobody talked about that, but we talked about the Cowboy Huddle kept addressing that, the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles, I think they only played probably 3 500 teams, so nobody talks about that. So look, I got allow me to buddy, and Rue is writing something down. What you got on your mind, Rue? Fill us in on something, brother.
I just want to mention something. Just because we're like 12 weeks through the season and everybody keeps giving the fucking Philadelphia Eagles all this damn credit. And the fact of the matter is just because they're 9-1. And a win's a win. I can't take anything away from you. A win is a win. Your record is who you are. And right now they're 9-1. But we also, when you look through this schedule, because y'all keep calling our schedule cookie cutter schedule, when you look at the schedule, we have 5 mutual opponents in this season on this schedule. Those 5 mutual opponents are the Commanders, the Jets, the Rams, and the Patriots.
And the Giants.
They haven't played the Giants yet, have they?
Who?
Oh, yeah. They play them twice at the end. Yeah,
They haven't played the Giants yet. So it's Washington, the Jets, the Rams, and the Patriots. They've played Washington twice already. In those 2 games they played against Washington, they beat them by a combined 10 points. We beat them by 35. Against the Rams, they beat them by 9. We beat the Rams by 23. They almost lost the game to New England. They won by 5, but if New England was halfway competent, maybe they could have scored a touchdown at the end of that game, and they were literally a toe tap catch away from continuing their drive and potentially scoring the winning touchdown at the end of that game. You only won that game by 5. We blew the Patriots out of the building. 35 points. Plus 35 points. And then the Jets with Zach Wilson. Everybody tell me the Jets suck ass. Well, then tell me why the Patriots or why the Eagles lost to them and we beat them by 23 or by 20.
Yeah.
And then of course you're going to tell me about the Cardinals, right? That's our swap. Our Jets is their Cardinals. Whatever. I'll give you that one. The fact is, man, we're outscoring opponents 111 points in those games compared to their, 14, 23, 26, 31. Come on, man. Yeah. And I only had to play the Redskins once. I say all that to say this. Everybody gonna have Jalen Hurts above Dak Prescott in this MVP conversation. Jalen Hurts has 11 turnovers. Are you telling me they're winning these games because of him?
Nope.
It's all on Jalen? Jalen's the one carrying this team? Or is it the run game and that scheme? Because it's starting to look very apparent that all you have to do to beat the Eagles, if you can consistently keep them away from down and distance and force them to throw, their guy's going to give the ball away. And he's shown you that in the Super Bowl and since then. 11 turnovers. We've played 12 games. If this was Dak Prescott, y'all would be crucifying him with a 9-1 record. I don't care. I don't care. You know you would be. You know everybody would be talking, well, they're not winning because of Dak Prescott. Why isn't that the narrative with Hurts? Because he can run a 1-yard tush push?
That's it.
Is that why? Is that what's carrying that team? Because that's literally, because the fact of the matter is when they start a possession, it's 1st and 8.5. That's what it is. It's 1st and 8.5 because they get into 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. They're converting that first down. They're the best in the game doing that. I give them the credit for that. But if that's all you have, you're telling me that's going to win playoff football? I'm telling you right now, whether they're that 1 seed or not, and their brunt of their schedule is coming. And I'm telling you right now, the brunt of our schedule is coming. We're going to get into it. But if they're that 1 seed, if they manage to keep on winning these close ass games like they have been, no matter what, first playoff game, they're losing, bro. This isn't happening. They're not as good as that record is. All these games are 1 possession games.
It's real.
You there, Gary?
We know he's there.
Oh, he's muted though. You muted, Gary.
Muted.
He probably.
This is what happened when my administrator's not around.
Yeah.
And so, she does all this in the background and stuff. So
So I wasn't gonna come on the show, Rude, but you made me come on the show.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me introduce you, bro?
He's just gonna get right into it, bro. He was about to let me have it.
Right
He was
here.
about to let me have it. I don't know what I said to make you mad.
You got. I don't know if you watched that game. I haven't been a Jalen Hurts believer. We've been all skeptics here. You mentioned the weak ass schedule that they had last year, but they made the Super Bowl. They're winning these close games, but they're winning them. And I wasn't a Jalen Hurts believer until this Bills game, until he had to make the plays. He made the throw. He made the run. He won the game. You got, as a Cowboys fan, it sucks.
You know why it doesn't mean as much to me, Mikey? Because the Bills are exactly who I told you they were at the beginning of the season.
That's the Bills.
I told you that the Bills were a 500 team before week 1. I said this when everybody had them top 3 going to the Super Bowl, this, that, and the third. I told
But
you they were
that's the same
500 team.
argument people have
They are.
about our own schedule. They are pro teams, and we're dominating our pro teams. So that's our argument to our own schedule of our own quarterback having its own MVP numbers. So you could turn around and have that same argument because Josh Allen did ball out, did he not? Josh Allen balled out.
He did.
Jalen Hurts.
They're a 500 team because of Josh Allen. That's why they're a 500 team
when these two
because of Josh Allen. But I'm gonna tell you why they're also.
But
a
you
500
gotta
team.
you gotta put respect on Jalen Hurts' name. Y'all gotta put respect on Jalen Hurts' name, and it sucks. Look, it's on my chest. It's on, dude. This guy pancaked me like I was ready. I was ready, like, thank God, this is the loss we need. And this son of a bitch pulled it off, and he keeps pulling it off. And if he keeps pulling it off, what does that mean? That means he's clutch. That means he's doing it. That means you have to put respect on the man's name.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, until they, okay. Yeah, he won the game.
All I'm saying, he's not carrying this offense at an MVP level to be talking about MVP just because he's 9-1. Are you telling me you're going to look at these numbers, the 11 turnovers, the fact that he's barely thrown for 2,000 yards, and that he's basically living off of his run game, that he's an MVP? He's playing better than Pat, better than Lamar Jackson, better than Dak Prescott? No, he's not. We're talking about MVP.
Alvin W's are a quarterback stat, and he's beating everybody. Everybody. Yeah, everybody. You got to put respect. Dude, I'm having an argument with you about Jalen Hurts. That's how much this guy, you got to give him his credit. He made the play.
I'm not saying that the 9-1 is nothing. I'm not saying that it's nothing.
You kind of are. You kind of did. You kind of did.
I can't say that it's nothing. But what I am saying is nothing. The fact that everybody keeps dogging our schedule when we have 5 mutual opponents between us and we blew these fuckers out.
Yeah, we did.
These guys didn't. And when it comes down to MVP, if we're going to strictly talk about MVP, he's not having an MVP season. He has 11 turnovers.
But this is a quarterback award. If anybody's the real MVP is Tyreek Hill. Period. 2,000 yards as a wide receiver. How dynamic he is. But it's a quarterback. But this is a quarterback. This is a quarterback award. And as a quarterback, and the quarterback stat is wins and losses. Right now, he's winning the wins and losses.
So let me throw this out here, guys. So at home, Prescott has a 129.3 passer rating, second best in that category. The last 3 times the Cowboys have played at home, Prescott has over 300 yards passing and 4 passing touchdowns in each game. Listen to this. If he can match those stats this week, he will become the first quarterback ever to do that in 4 straight home games. Give it up.
Booyah. Booyah. Hey, we haven't trailed at any point at home all this season. That's amazing.
Yeah. So,
not 1 second. Not 1 second.
So let's get into this, guy. Let's get into this Seattle and Seattle and Cowboy, because we're less than 24 hours away from kickoff, man. And let's talk about what the Seahawks are gonna face. I'm sure they're gonna definitely face this tough defense, big fella. So what are we looking for, and what do you expect when we play against the Seahawks on tomorrow? Should this be a tough competition for us, or what are you thinking?
Unmute the mic.
Yeah.
Unmute the mic.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah. You got
okay.
One of those nights tonight.
Yeah, I know. It really sucks. I don't know what's going on. To me, bro, it should be. I've been having this mantra: no more trap games for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys have been playing like that. So it's not a trap game. I expect the Cowboys to go out there and continue to do what they've been doing for the last 5 weeks, kicking ass. I think our defensive line is better than their offensive line. I think our offensive line is better than their defensive line. If it comes to that, the Cowboys is going to run all over them, because if you give old number 4 protection and the way our offense is clicking now, the Cowboys are going to easily drop at least 35 to 40 on the Hawks. Okay. And since the Seahawks can't protect Geno Smith with our pass rush, it's going to be a problem for them. Like they say, Cowboys and the Seahawks don't match up well against the Cowboys. It's going to be a problem. The only way the Cowboys lose this game if they have a bunch of damn turnovers. Other than that,
and
the
penalties,
Cowboys,
right? Yeah,
and penalties. Cowboys should handle the Seahawks with not a problem. And I'm not overly confident. I'm just watching what I've been watching. Well, I've been watching the Cowboys handle business. So if they continue to handle business, you shouldn't. Hey, you're gonna have a good Thursday, and you'll make it to work on time.
And that's so true, big fella, because these are the same teams that these 500 teams are playing. So even though they want to say what they want to say about our schedule, we need to treat the Seattle Seahawks as if we were any other slow team out there. Okay, we need to go hang 40 on them. So to when people want to say, well, y'all play Seattle, but we hung 40 on them. Okay, so before we go and get 40, not ask anybody else, but I'm gonna give you kind of the rankings right now. So in scoring average, Dallas ranks number 1 at 31.5. Seattle ranks number 19. They're tied at 19. Opposing score average, Dallas ranked number 4. Seattle ranks 22. Total offense, NFL rank, Cowboys 5th, Seattle 21st. Rushing offense, NFL rank, Cowboys 13th, Seattle 26th. Passing offense, we're ranked 5th, Seattle ranked 17th. Total defense, we're ranked 3rd, Seattle's ranked 23rd. Rushing defense, we're ranked 13th, they're ranked 21st. And passing defense, we're ranked 2nd, and they're ranked 22nd. So, yeah, big fella, there's no reason we shouldn't hang 40 on them. So, with that being said, Mike, since you just came on, what are your take on that, brother, against these Seattle Seahawks?
Well, it's funny what the national pundits are doing already. Since they've been killing our schedule and our our strength of schedule. So now they're killing the Seahawks. So and there are 1-4 their last 5 games, and they're on a decline, but they're not a team over 500 now. So they don't want to look at their whole schedule. They want to see them being 1-4 in their last 5 games. So again, if we do what we're supposed to do against this team, which is likely, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna curb stomp them because I ain't scared of no Geno Smith. I ain't scared of Geno Smith. With our defense, it's still going to go through that narrative until we take down uh, the 9-1 Eagles.
10-1.
So, or 10-1 Eagles, yeah. Well, so just do what we're doing. I saw it personally. It was beautiful. I can't express how great of an experience it was, but to watch that offense operate, and Chris was on point. That dime, that dime that Dak Prescott threw out of the end zone into the seam route, into the basket, which is our tight end's arms. This kid is on point. You can see him having command. He missed a couple of throws, but I like the way Dak Prescott is playing, and I like the way this offense is playing. And our defense, all it needs is a lead, and we should do what we're supposed to do, considering we're in the friendly confines of that beautiful stadium where we haven't led not 1 second.
Good point. Good point. That's what's up. Mondo.
They trailed. Excuse me. They trailed 1 second.
Yeah, trail. Yeah. But Mondo, so yeah, we're less than 24 hours away when it comes to the game on tomorrow night. And I just gave you the rankings on both teams, and I mean, we should be able to uphold this.
I mean, everything is there. Like, as far as the rankings, we have them out. We know that we're the better opponent. All right, so there shouldn't, just like Chris said, the Cowboys are. I'm expecting them to go out there and do what they've been doing, which is whooping ass. And that's what I'm expecting. This defense for the Seahawks, they're giving up. They're allowing 230 yards. You know what we're averaging? Passing yards 262 yards, and they're allowing that. This Dak Prescott. I think he's gonna have another amazing game. I think he's gonna come out here and dice him up. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I mean, like you say, the numbers don't lie. So we shouldn't be uh performing no less than what the numbers are telling. So Rue, come on, fill us in on what's going on, man. On how you feeling about this game on tomorrow night, Thursday night game.
I feel like our defensive line is going to use and abuse their offensive line and frazzle the hell out of Geno Smith. I don't think Geno has a chance against
Holla,
this defense.
holla.
And absolutely, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that their secondary is going to be able to handle CD Lamb. I think CD Lamb is going to run free tomorrow. It's going to be a field day for CD Lamb. I expect him to have himself a hell of a day, especially with the fact that we're at home. This team has handed us heartbreak in the past, and the fact is we should be able to handle business today. And not only that, it's like I don't see how they beat us, because I mean they do have some weapons on the outside. You got DK Metcalf, you got Tyler Lockett, you got Jason Smith and Jigba. You got some guys. They don't have Kenneth Walker, but Zach Charbonnet could be a good potential rookie for them. And I mean, we haven't seen a lot of him, so I don't know what to really expect, but I don't expect him to do much against this defensive front. Oso Odigizua has stepped up, showed out, and he has been one of the best run stoppers in the entire league. And he's looking like he's really coming into his own as a pro. And the rest of this defense is going to be able to handle business. They're not going to be able to hold up on their O-line. They've had injuries on that O-line from the very beginning of the season. They're not going to be able to hold up against us. That dude in the backfield, Geno Smith, is going to be frazzled. He's going to make mistakes. Do not be surprised if Darren Bland has another touchdown this week. 3 weeks.
Oh,
Do not be surprised if it happens. I won't be surprised at all.
Well, all he does is extends. He extends it that much further to be broken. So yeah, let him get.
and then also doing what Osa's doing. Jonathan Hankins had 2 sacks last week.
Yes, he
Jonathan
did.
Hankins is meant for freaking sacks, so that was right on.
And you know what? That's not easy to do either, Michael. When you're drawing double team, brother,
Mhm.
that is putting in work, bro. And you get not 1 but 2. So, man, I mean, bro, that you guys know how it is. But with that being said, Wavy Hink said has something to say. Let's get a couple comments real quick. Wavy Hink said, "What's up, Wavy Hink? Let's give it up for Wavy Hink."
It's been a long time. What you
What's up with those Jordans? What's up with those J's?
I know.
Wavy. Why we haven't seen Wavy in a minute?
I know. Go blue,
Hey.
Wavy. Go blue.
Hey, how's the weather up there, man? Woo! Boy, it's brisk up there, man. Look at her. Say, I think it was like, I was up there not long ago, last year, man, at a conference. Man, it was cold. They told me, come on, get
It was freezing balls. It was freezing balls.
Yeah, told me, come out here by the fire. Man, I ain't coming.
But anyway, I'm just glad that game next year is in September.
I know you're right.
I'm grateful for that, man. Chris was like, let's go to Ann Arbor. I was like, bro.
Yeah. Me and
September,
Rue,
right?
Yeah, me and Rue going to Ann Arbor for the Michigan-Texas game next year. So, yeah.
That's badass.
He said, I expect the same type of game, a dominant game, but I do believe Seahawks will put up some points on the board. Yeah, I think they will. But I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting. What do you got? I mean, y'all just what do y'all give them 10 points?
I think they're gonna score 20, but I think the Cowboys are gonna score 40. I know Rue said the other day they're probably gonna get that garbage at the end. But I think the Cowboys just gonna handle them, man. I'm just going off the eye test, man. Lately, the Cowboys have been dominating on offense, and the Dak is in the zone, man, right now. You remember that movie where it was the biker boys when he was racing his motorcycle and he got that tunnel vision when he about to punch it. I think that's right there now.
He's bringing out the movies. Bringing out the movies. That Matrix, Biker Boys.
Hey, when he in the zone, man. And right now he is showing confidence, bro. And that's all we ever wanted
right now.
That's all we ever wanted from number 4 is to have that confidence, man. Get up to the line of scrimmage, see what you see. If you need to change the play, change the damn play. Dude, I liked it the preseason when they let him call the offense the whole game. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of these plays Dak is calling himself at the line of scrimmage, and I'm loving it.
You guys see the praise that Aaron Rodgers gave him?
What did he say? What did he say?
Hey, Aaron Rodgers.
Let's
Aaron
talk
Rodgers.
about that a
Truly,
little bit.
I said it last night. Aaron Rodgers is kind of like being a gangster,
Hold
and
on,
he
Chris.
made
Before you do that, explain because everybody don't know what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
okay.
Explain to everybody what
Aaron
happened.
Rodgers said he was very impressed with Dak Prescott. He's loving the way Dak
Unprovoked.
Prescott is playing football right now. The line of scrimmage changes and the cadences that he's doing is actually proven that he's probably one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Now, what I said was when Aaron Rodgers said that a OG, he literally made Dak Prescott just like a gangster. Okay, when you get made, now you have nobody else to come
He's a
and
made
say
guy.
he's not. He's a made guy now.
He's a main man.
He's an untouchable.
If you get Aaron Rodgers, what the top three quarterbacks in the league made you, okay. So all them first takes and them speaks and them cow herds and the cow shits, all that noise that they talk about Dak Prescott is null and voided now because a person who plays the damn position literally said he is the man. Okay, so
On McAfee. On
and
McAfee.
on Mac, and that's
Yeah.
why I get mad at Cowboy fans that say they don't like Dak Prescott. But what the hell are you watching? What are you watching?
You know,
Because if a top three quarterback say he's the man and you say he's not, who you think I'm gonna believe?
yeah. And that brings up a question. I mean, that brings up a comment also, because I think what Aaron Rodgers played for Mike McCarthy.
Yes, he did.
Aaron Rodgers see the same chemistry that
Yeah.
him and Mike McCarthy
He's
had.
watching
You
it.
know, he said about the here we go. There's
Yeah.
something to here we go.
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
go is just not
Here we
just
go.
a here.
It's a rhythm.
It's a rhythm. It's a play. It's like Omaha. Like he said, it's like when Peyton Manning would call Omaha. There's something
Straight
to
up.
here we go.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up.
No, but
Aaron
man,
Rodgers
we've been
said-
talking about this. We've been talking about this shit for weeks, man. He has taken over this offense. He
Yeah.
is the field general. He is the unequivocal leader on this offense. There is no question, no doubt. There's no more Zeke. There's no more nothing. Like it's him. It's him in this offense. And the fact is, man, his run
Yep.
game's really not even helping him out. Our
It's
run
not.
game has been our weakest point of our offense this entire year.
But
We've
Tony
literally
Pollard
been
almost
running-
1,000 yards almost already. And that
but-
goes under the line.
Tony Pollard needs 98 yards to
The
reach.
number's
Not-
not 1,000
yeah.
anymore. At this point, man, the number's really not 1,000 anymore. If you're really going to be running the ball, but we haven't been. We've been
14.
passing a
But
lot.
it's 1 week into December. It'd be one thing if he was 98 yards almost in week 17, but he's almost at 1,000 yards on the first week in December. Like that's saying something.
I think what
And a
he's
lot of this,
that-
man, we've been running through the pass with these short screens, with these quick slants. We're running through the pass. It's and look at it, because you know what nobody's brought up, and it really, literally, just kind of popped into my head. How many games has Dak Prescott won in a row now where he's thrown more than 35 passes? It's quite a few at this point, because he's carrying this offense.
He did
He's getting
32 last game.
I mean,
I think he was at 32 last
the
game.
number was 30 plus. 35, he was very much under 500, but at 30 plus, it was like that was the number. No more than 25 for Dak, no more than 27. You didn't want to see him hit 30. And this season, he's been just absolutely lighting it up. It's completely different. He's getting 5 to 6 plays at a time at the line of scrimmage. He is completely in control of the offense.
Well, and
Hey,
go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead, Mike.
to go on what Chris was saying, and he said it earlier, how, and this is go back to the Matrix and the Neo one, how Tony Romo said everything slowed down for him. And when he said that on his own documentary, Tony Romo, the next thing he said after that was after everything slowed down for him, he could throw on every platform. He only was healthy for 18 games. 18 games. We only got, actually, of Tony Romo being the master of his art. Cross our fingers. I hope Dak is over this hump, and we see more and more of this for the longest tenured Dallas Cowboy, quarterback right now, and it's a beautiful treat to see and to be a part of. And like I said, I saw it live, and it's freaking the master, man. Maybe the best thing for him was for Mike McCarthy to put the clamps on him and put that bull and put that gorilla in the cage, and when he unleashed them, this is what you got.
You know, and that's something, Mike. You said that also because I was listening to 105.3 The Fan, and they had a comment by a younger generational individual that came on. Now, all of us, we've pretty much witnessed the Super Bowl, and we feel if they get to the second round and lose, it's a bust. We feel they failed us. But this young man, he had mentioned, he said, we all talk about getting to the Super Bowl. And he said, I didn't witness a Super Bowl, but he said his generation, all they want to see is progression. You see what I'm saying? So how
That Gen Xers,
you see,
that's why they're leading this country to the ground. Super
but
Bowl or bust.
yeah, that's us because we've witnessed it. But those that haven't witnessed it, and we never thought about it, he had a great point because what he was saying is, we never seen a Super Bowl. So what we're doing, all we want to do is we want to just see progression, and it makes sense. And I know we come hard on the Cowboy because we sit here and say, but if they make it to the next round, the younger generation is okay with that. And so we never look at it like that. So, and this is something he just brought up, and I never thought about because, we're like, oh, you got a Super Bowl or bust, they fail us again. So,
Dude, that's a fucking soundbite. G. That what the fuck? That was a soundbite.
I'm about to use that one. Yeah, I need to record that. But but that's just where we are. We are looking for a Super Bowl, and really and truly, guys, with the talent that we have. Let me say this here, dude. And I don't know if y'all watched the sounds of the sideline or something like that. And come to find out that Brandon Cook actually went to the coach and implemented a play, and it worked.
Yes, sir.
And it worked. Give it up for Brandon Cook.
I believe Brandon Cook said he told them, and then they actually ran it. He said, that's trust.
Yeah. So it's always good to see now that we know that Brandon Cook has been implemented into the offense. Takes the pressure off of CeeDee Lamb. And I know we're saying that CeeDee Lamb is, pulling those double teams and things like that. But we do need that second and third receivers. So, hey man, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Big fella, you got a minute?
I got a minute. I'm waiting.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, we're like I said, we're less than 24 hours away to kickoff. So let's go ahead and give in some score. What matter of fact, I want to throw this out here before because I said I was going to remember Henry Hill, but Henry Hill had something he wanted to say real quick.
Well, Henry had a lot of questions, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So I'm gonna get he said Henry Hill says still worried about our run D. Draft Smith first round doesn't even really play. Yes, our D hasn't given up a single running back over 1,000 yards, but teams averaging over 100 plus a game. I pray run D, not our down. Okay, so he's saying that he hopes the run D, and and I'm sure that's what I think. Rue, I think that's what we're going to see from Seattle. They're definitely going to have to try to run the ball in order to open the run game. I mean, the passing game. Yeah, do you agree?
That they're going to have to. And he has some validity to what he's saying. I mean,
yeah.
If there is a weaker part of this defense, it is up front with the run stopping, but it is not like it is last season. This is not like last year where we were giving up 125 yards a game. We are holding elite running back talent to a very thin margin in terms of what they average against other teams compared to what they got against us. We rank very highly, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of run defense. And when it comes to Mozzie Smith, man, he's got to beat out Jonathan Hankins because Osa has stepped in and stepped up into his spot, and it looks like Osa's here to stay.
Oh,
but God, he's got to outplay. He's got to come in and take over for Hankins because it's one of those situations where it's like, he's still a rookie, and that spot takes some time. And that spot takes some time to kind of get into and adjust to. And he might need to put on, maybe thin it up a little bit or, do something different. And, maybe it's just another year of work. But, he's a good reliever to Hankins in that spot. So it's like, I'm not upset with Mozzie Smith in terms of his performance. I feel like he's actually taken a little bit more slack than I think he deserves because he hasn't been like a liability. It's not like it's glaring because this defense has improved on the run defense. So I can't completely fault him for that.
No, yeah, Bozzy catches a lot of the strays that you get from the whole Taco Charleston thing. It is a Michigan thing, and it is where he got big kind of thing, and it is what it is. But Mozzie is a good reliever. Like he needs more work on his get off, but
Yeah,
he
there
is
you
a
go,
freak.
Mike.
It's
Right.
his get off. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's his get off, and he needs the whole off season of being a professional. And we're gonna see a different Mozzie Smith, but he has his moments. So he's a good
Well,
reliever. Did you imagine? Like there was Zach Martin talking on 103 The Fan a couple of weeks ago, and what we do is so a guard is gonna be in there, right? So he's gonna see Hankins, and then for a couple of plays, then he's gonna see Mozzie, a fresh Mozzie, and it's the same guard. So that's what's working for us, and Mozzie would start on at least 15 teams in the league right now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. I know we talked about this, guys, but I think some of the subscribers want to know. He want to know what do we think about Jerry finally putting Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. What do you think? What do you think, Mikey?
We're gonna win the Super Bowl. That's what I think. Woo! The curse has been lifted. The ghosts are gonna be exorcised. The pride is broken. That old relationships and grudges. This means that that one fight you got with your friend in high school over that Madden game. Call him, love on him. You tell him you miss him because you know what? Pride coming before the fall, and we've been falling for 30 years. And you know what this means? Exercise the demons, mend old relationships, because it's all possible. Jerry and Jimmy are holding hands. Put up with Cowboy.
All right, so big fella, what are you thinking about? This is what Robert wants to know about. What do we think about Jimmy being?
well, hell, I wanted to answer the first damn question, but Mikey took 38 minutes to ramble about it. And I'm like, shit, when you bring up Michigan, I got something to say about it. But he tried to deflect and try to change the damn subject. But let's go back to the damn subject.
Yes, sir.
Okay, number one. Okay. Number one, Mozzie played in a different scheme at Michigan. He was a nose tackle, and his job was to protect the linebackers. That's all he did. Okay. Mozzie had a half sack in the 4 years he was at Michigan. So what he did was just a clogger. Now he's gonna get slack a lot of faults because he's the number one pick. And then we also took Taco Charlton, and Taco was a bust. It hurted my heart to the core. Okay, that he was a bust. But once Mozzie put on a few more pounds, okay, and get that whole offseason in the NFL training room, Mozzie will be just fine. I just hated that he was a number one pick because then people think, hey, our number two pick, our number three pick, our number four pick, they get more shine than our number one pick. But the Cowboys didn't draft him to be a superstar. They drafted him to do one thing and one thing only: clog the damn hole. Now, basically, what Mozzie did, he put pressure on the two tackles in front of him, and they are playing outstanding. You gotta remember, hey man, when you draft somebody fresh and new, it's gonna put pressure on them veterans to play even better because they trying to hang on to their damn job. Because in the NFL, it could be at any moment them coaches say bye bye because we got a number one pick here. So all he did was put pressure on them, and they playing excellent. I'm like with Rue. I think Idigizua is an all-pro player this year, bro. I think he's an all-pro.
Not coming to his own. Yeah, he has.
Hey man, you couldn't wish, but didn't we get Idigizua in the second or the third round? So the Cowboys
third rounder.
Third round.
Cowboys draft is excellent, man. They pick up these people that works well in their offense and in their defense. So let's not just try to dogpile Mozzie right now because he's gonna fit in because they saw something in him and they're gonna get him. And I'm always gonna say, boo, bear down, go blue.
Yes, sir. No. I'm a big Mozzie guy.
Okay.
I'm a DT, so I defend me some Mozzie, and it's just his get off, and it's all good. The guys are in front of him, and the addition of Mozzie actually was a good thing for O'Diggy and the position itself. So it's not a waste to pick by any means. It's not. It put like getting him put pressure on O'Diggy, and O'Diggy responded. and it's great for our depth, and we ain't paying him nothing, and that's the best thing. Both of them. So it's such a luxury act. More rich people problems. Bear down.
All right, one more coming by Henry Hill, and then he's gonna explain what's the deal with Shaq. He said, "I love Shaq, but he had 2 back surgeries in 5 months. We signed him. I hope he's good because I don't understand why coach let him go while they are still in a playoff contender. And that's a good question. Why? I mean, why would you let him go, knowing that now I think they got another linebacker that's injured? So, something to think about. I mean, Real, what do you think, man? I mean, with the Shaq injury, I think should that be a main concern?
I mean, obviously, and I think that might be why both of these guys. Hey, it might be why both of these guys.
Yeah, Mondo showed up.
Well, it might be why, like, the Cowboys and the Eagles. I mean, nobody's signed him yet, right? And I mean, like Mondo said way earlier in the show, we were talking about. He was talking about how he has been getting a lot of physicals done, and I mean, I feel like that is common, right? They're obviously going to check his body out, make sure that he's healthy and all that, but it definitely could be more than that, especially with how much he's got going on with his back. And it is kind of weird that the Colts just let him go for nothing, right? Like they are in contention. I mean, they're in the AFC South, so it's anybody's division still at this point in the season. And then for what you're looking at, it's like, man, I can't imagine why they just let him go, but somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure at some point. So maybe it's going to work out, but ultimately, I feel like he's just being brought in for depth at the end of the day anyway. I don't think he's here to take Bell's job. I certainly don't think he's, going to take Damone Clark's job either. It's this guy's coming in for depth. He's coming in with experience for depth. We have a young linebacking core. These guys are young inside of our linebacking core, and it's like, it's just another step to strengthen up this team in December and get through. Because these next 4 games are going to show you who the Cowboys are. Because every single opponent is a contender. And even the Bills at their 5-6 record or whatever the hell they got right now. All of these teams were supposed to are in the conversation, and we're supposed to be in the conversation. You've got Seahawks, the Eagles, obviously. We're going straight to the Bills and then straight to Miami. It's like, this is it. This is going to show you what this team really is.
Ooh, you know what? And you said that by you saying that. So, guys, the last 4 weeks, we've been playing indoors. December 17th, we go to Buffalo. Wait a minute.
Hey, but
we've been enjoying the inside, and we know what December 17th gonna look like up in Buffalo. Damn.
And it's a luxury that they're part of the AFC. So traveling to Buffalo, and God forbid we get an out there, it's not going to hurt as much. You know what I mean? I'd rather get out there healthy and come back and whoop the Lions' ass anyway.
Well, okay. Well, if that's what you feel, I hope you're right on that. But I just know we've been pampered. We're playing inside, and then our first outdoor game is not in Tampa, Florida, but it's up there in Buffalo.
It's Buffalo, and then it's Miami. So
yeah, we're going straight to the beach.
Body shop to the beach, by the beach.
To the beach. Hey, I think that's the only way the Bills can get us if it's below 30. If
Buffalo, it can get the damn.
Oh, it's gonna be snowing. It's gonna be snowing.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, but the Cowboys' last game in Buffalo, they beat them. So hey.
Yep.
Well, and I just say that because we've been playing since the Chargers. We've been playing indoors,
man. And the fact is, man, in every category, I mean, quarterback. If we're sticking to just this year, I'll take Dak Prescott over Josh Allen this year.
Oh,
if we're going to the running back position,
every year,
James Cook, Tony Pollard, I'm taking Tony Pollard. If I'm looking at receivers, Diggs and Lamb, that is what it is. They're both damn good. I can't say nothing. Diggs is Diggs.
Yeah,
Diggs is a bad man.
Well, I like
Lamb is definitely playing better.
Yeah, I like Lamb because of our quarterback.
What's that?
I like Lamb better because of our own quarterback You know what I mean? Because Diggs with our quarterback is awesome. Glad with our quarterback is awesome, but with Josh Allen,
and,
no gracias.
And it goes deeper than that. I take my coach over theirs right now. Their coach has been abysmal. When they kicked that field goal at the end of the game, me and Chris were talking about it on the phone just the other day. When they kicked that field goal at the end of that game, they gave up that game. You know damn well you couldn't have been kicking no field goal against the Eagles in overtime like that. That you gave them the game.
We're not gonna go there. Let's get off of that. We're not talking about them. The hell, listen.
What does Mondo got to say? Mondo came in with that big old hat. Got to say something.
We're not going with this. Stop.
Well, you won't let
that name no more.
Won't let him say
that name. So, guys, let's do this. Mondo, since you just got back, is that a 40 ounce?
Yeah, it's a 40.
Yeah.
Give it up for Mondo.
Mondo said, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna be
go
right
get this
back.
party. Let me go get this
Let
party.
me get my hat and my 40."
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me Modelo's got a 40?
Hey,
It's a 32 ounce, but I mean, who's counting?
Who's counting? Yes, a 32. It's close.
Mondo went and got the 40 burger, just like the Cowboy gonna put on the Hawks.
Well, that's called the 32 ounce is called the Kawama. It's called the Kawama. So it's called the sea turtle. It's a Kawama.
All right, that's what's up. So let's start with you, big fellas. Give up your final score on tomorrow night.
43-20 Cowboys.
All right, allow me to butt in. What's your score, brother?
-9 spread. Lay them points, baby. We got 34-17 Cowboys.
Yay! Y'all heard it first. Give it up.
Lay the point.
21 Amundo. You muted.
No,
You hear
no.
That's too much of that. See?
Vice versa.
32 to 6 Cowboys, baby.
You cannot do
32 to
three things at one time, brother. Give us that score again. I interrupt you. Say that again.
30. We're gonna go 32 to 6 Cowboys, baby.
Beautiful.
32 to 6.
All right,
You got the
Mikey.
props
All
now.
right,
You got
what
the
got,
props.
Mikey?
You got props.
I got 35-19 Dallas Cowboys. Up yours, Roof.
The price is right, me. When you're 19, there's a lot of field goals, son.
I don't get these numbers, y'all.
Cause they ain't getting a safety. Damn it, there ain't no way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say 35, 25. I mean, you know.
Well, if you're listening to Mikey, if you got Myers on your fantasy football team, you better start him because he's gonna be kicking field goals for days with that.
Hey, I'm down for the field goals. I'm down for it. Scored 10 points. Yeah, they're good.
All right, guys. Well, hey, man, that's another successful show, and we want to thank everybody for stopping through the What's Up Wednesday. And we're less than 24 hours now, baby. It's almost game time. So, hey, y'all know what we got to do. So let's give it a big shout out to everybody that came in tonight and hung out with us. And like we always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys. Let's go.